Before the snap, before the sizzle, before the mustard hits the bun, there's a process. One that's hidden behind stainless steel walls, humming conveyor belts, and the rhythmic grind of machines that never stop. The hot dog may be the simplest thing on your plate, but the way it gets there? That's a different story entirely. It begins with meat, but not the kind most people picture. Hot dogs are made from a blend of meats, usually pork, beef, and sometimes poultry. Not the prime cuts, not the steaks. These are the trimmings, the offcuts, the scraps left after roast are carved and ribs are sold. But don't mistake that for waste. These trimmings are chosen carefully for their protein content, fat ratios, and flavor potential. They arrive at the processing plant in massive refrigerated containers, cold, dense blocks of meat, fat, and connective tissue. Forklifts move pallets into preparation bays where industrial saws and grinders break them down. The smell is clean, faintly metallic, and unmistakably raw. The first step is grinding. The trimmings pass through enormous steel grinders where rotating blades reduce them to a coarse mix. A second grind follows, finer, smoother, transforming meat and fat into a paste-like texture. Then comes the emulsification. In a large vat known as a bowl chopper, the meat paste is mixed at high speeds. Ice or water is added to keep the temperature low and create the signature smooth consistency. Salt, spices, preservatives, and flavorings are also added at this stage. This is the moment a pile of meat officially becomes a hot dog. The exact recipe varies between brands, but common ingredients include garlic, paprika, coriander, mustard, nutmeg, and white pepper. Some factories add sugar or smoke flavor. Some keep it simple. Others treat it like a guarded secret. The mixture becomes an emulsion, a creamy, thick, almost batter-like blend of meat, fat, water, and seasoning. It's glossy, sticky, and surprisingly uniform. By this point, it's no longer recognizable as pork or beef. It is hot dog. Now it's time to give it shape. The emulsion is pumped into long tubes that feed stuffing machines. Historically, sausage makers use natural casings, cleaned intestines, but most modern hot dogs use cellulose casings made from plant fiber. These synthetic casings are easier to work with, uniform in size, and removed later in the process. High-pressure stuffers shoot the emulsion into the casings at incredible speed, twisting them into uniform links, often hundreds of feet long. It looks like a glossy rope, wobbling on a belt as it moves toward the ovens. These linked hot dogs now pass through smokehouses, giant chambers that cook, smoke, and cure them. The internal temperature rises steadily as smoke from smoldering wood chips is blown into the chamber. Hickory, maple, or apple wood lend their signature aromas. The hot dogs change color as they cook, turning from pink paste into firm, slightly brown sausages with that iconic hot dog hue. This step isn't just about flavor, it's about food safety. The heat kills bacteria and locks in structure. After cooking, the links are cooled rapidly, showered with cold water or air blasted in chilling tunnels. This halts the cooking process and keeps the casing from wrinkling. Then comes the peeler. The cellulose casings, used only for shaping, are now removed. The hot dogs pass through a peeling machine that slits the casing and pulls it away without damaging the sausage inside. What's left behind is the finished product. Smooth, firm, glossy hot dogs, each one identical in size, shape, and snap. Now comes inspection. Cameras and sensors check for consistency. Off-color or misshaped links are automatically ejected. The good ones continue on, lining up in tight rows as they head toward packaging. Most are grouped in packs of 6, 8, or 10. They're loaded into trays, vacuum sealed in plastic and labeled. Machines do this entire process in seconds. The labels include weight, ingredients, nutritional info, and traceable batch numbers. Some packs go into boxes for shipment. Others are wrapped into bulk bundles for stadiums, restaurants, and concession carts. The buns are made elsewhere, in bakeries running parallel to the sausage lines. Wheat flour, sugar, salt, water, yeast, and sometimes milk powder are mixed and kneaded into dough. After resting and rising, the dough is divided and shaped into rolls, placed in pans and proofed until they double in size. Then they're baked in high-heat ovens and cooled on spiral racks. Each bun is sliced lengthwise by fast rotary blades. Then they're bagged, sealed, and boxed, ready to join their sausage companions on grocery shelves and food court counters. But the story doesn't end at packaging. Before a hot dog ever reaches a backyard grill or baseball park, it travels. Trucks loaded with refrigerated cargo ship them to distribution centers. From there, they're sent to supermarkets, convenience stores, gas stations, cafeterias, school kitchens, and restaurants across the country. By the time a hot dog lands in your hands, it's passed through hundreds of people, dozens of machines, and thousands of quality checks, all to become a bite-sized symbol of summer, simplicity, and tradition. But the process can vary. Not all hot dogs are the same. Some use only beef. These are often labeled all beef and have a firmer bite and deeper flavor. Some are kosher or halal, using only approved cuts and preparation methods. Others use chicken or turkey to reduce fat content or meet dietary preferences. Some are smoked longer, some are never smoked at all. There are hot dogs that snap, hot dogs that don't. There are gourmet sausages with artisan spices and gas station dogs spinning under heat lamps. The variety is endless, but the method? Surprisingly similar. There's also the frozen line. Some hot dogs are pre-cooked, frozen, and packed for export. These skip the smoking step and go straight to blast freezing, then into cardboard cartons for shipment overseas. Some factories assemble full meals on site. Hot dog buns, stuffed, wrapped, and frozen as ready-to-eat sandwiches. Others produce only the core product, trusting that local vendors and households will finish the story. And finish it we do. Grilled over charcoal, boiled in a pot, microwaved in seconds, wrapped in foil and tucked into backpacks, slathered with mustard, ketchup, relish, onions, jalapenos, cheese, chili, loaded onto carts in city squares, served at family picnics, summer fairs, and office lunches. But underneath all of it, the toppings, the nostalgia, the flavors, there's engineering, there's chemistry, there's mass production scaled to feed millions. The hot dog, in all its simplicity, is one of the most finely tuned products in the modern food system. From emulsified meat paste to perfectly packaged link, it is a triumph of precision disguised as fast food. And tomorrow, the process will begin again, quietly, cleanly, at scale, from trimmings to tradition, from meat grinder to mustard. This is how hot dogs are made.